topic. Are we all scared of the same things?
Probably, right? Or
like why is someone smiling really big so scary?
Maybe because unnatural. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because everybody's scared of things that aren't supposed to happen.
About that.
Like Uncanny Valley or whatever. So like if something's human but not right, it really creeps you out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And some people think that there was some kind of human-like creature that used to hunt people, and that's why we're all like creeped out by androids and like things that don't look right.
What is this?
Oh, you never read about that? Like,
no.
Oh, well,
I was trying to pretend I wasn't stupid by going, yeah, but then you started saying some wild stuff and I had to question.
Well, like Uncanny Valley is what they call, like, when you see, like, dummies or an android, like, you know, like a robot that kind of looks like a human, or and it's just not quite right, and people, like, think it's really creepy. So, like, people think that it's, like, leftover, like, fear from, like, back, you know, when we were caveman-like or whatever. We used to get hunted by something that's looked similar to humans but wasn't actually a human. So we learned to be afraid of things that looked like humans but weren't, like, were unnatural in some way.
Dang,
But another theory is it's just to make us afraid of corpses, like dead bodies, so we don't contract diseases from getting too close to them.
Interesting.
There's a few theories, but
so since it brought up Uncanny Valley, I wanted to look for another explanation of that was for dumb people like me to understand. And so there's this subreddit, I don't know if y'all have heard of it, Explain Like I'm 5, where you can ask anyone to explain anything to you like you're 5 years old. And this is someone explaining the Uncanny Valley. And so this helped me understand it more. It says, it's about the human psyche and human-robot interaction. Humans will empathize and interact with a cute robot. As it approaches increasingly human-like features, we'll continue to empathize until suddenly the robot is too close to being human. It's almost that we are immediately drawn to, and our brain doesn't like it. So, for example, WALL-E, in the Disney movie WALL-E, not a sponsor, is cute and adorable because he's a robot that doesn't look anything like a human. But if you look at something else that does look close to a human but is a robot, and its movements and features are a little too unhuman-like, some people will find that creepy. Or a little girl's Barbie doll is acceptable because while it has human features, it's not quite at the level where it's too close to being human. So we like Barbies. But we don't like the animation of the characters in the Polar Express because at times the smiles and animations are just a little too off-putting to us. Also see dead people, zombies, horror movies with creepy little girls who move unnaturally, The Ring, I'm looking at you, sometimes clowns, and pretty much any Bethesda game? I don't know what that is.
Bethesda,
like Skyrim, Oblivion,
okay.
Morrowind.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a video game company.
Fallout, I believe, is Bethesda.
Gotcha. So people are creeped out. I can see being creeped. So that's Uncanny.
Because the way they glide across the landscape is just
it's not
so unnatural. Yeah.
So
also like the movement of like the mouth and eyes, it's like close to being right but not quite.
It's like their mouth's just open but not their lips. It's not like forming words.
Yeah. So that's what it is. And then the reason it's called like Uncanny Valley is they say picture looking at a chart or like a graph in front of you, and on one end you have a normal looking cartoon that is nice and acceptable, and on the other end you have a real human. At both of these ends the graph is high, meaning that those things are acceptable and pleasant for humans to watch or look at. But at some point in the middle it falls down into the uncanny valley. Essentially, meaning that things that fall into that area of the graph are really unpleasant and creepy to look at. It essentially describes how looking at cartoons and animated things is totally fine and looking at real humans is totally fine. But as you switch from animation to real, there is a point where the thing looks close to being human, but still very unnatural and unsettling, much like a rubber mask. And that, I was like, oh,
that makes sense.
Uncanny Valley.